Hi, my name is Nathan Young, and this is my 1 year journey to a bachelor's degree, and this is my second video. So today, I want to tell you guys I applied to Thomas Edison State College, which is a state university in New Jersey. It's a not-for-profit school. It's an actual state university. So a lot of people give crap to like degree mills and things like that, and everybody gives flack to University of Phoenix, which whatever, man. Like I've heard several people who got their degrees from University of Phoenix, and then it did exactly what a degree needs to do for you at this stage, which is just opens the door because you have the tick box checked. So I wanted to find one that was a little less mill like in perspective. And so I went with a state school, Thomas Edison. And again, it's out of New Jersey. Now, I've also heard that New York University also has um, a, like a sister school or a partner school that's run by the city of New York. And it's called Excelsior. And they do a lot of the same stuff as far as making adult learning like really easy, like if you're working or online or whatever. And so there's Thomas Edison State and there's Excelsior also apparently from New York. So I enrolled at Thomas Edison. They not only take CLEPS and DSST exams. If you don't know what those are, then look for my other video explaining that. But they have something called TSEPs, and TSEPs are just like a CLEP. Only Thomas Edison actually provides you all the stuff that you need in order to study for it themselves. Because the course is actually hosted by Thomas Edison. It's one of their courses, but then they just give you all of the study materials, and then they give you a few weeks to take the final exam. And if you pass the final exam, then you completed that course from their school. I don't know how well those transfer out. I haven't really asked about it because I expect to get my degree from here. So I'm 2 weeks into this process, basically starting from scratch. Decided to go do it, and now I'm 2 weeks in, and I've gotten a few things done. So my goal was originally to take only 5 actual courses for the entire year in the entire degree. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull that off. So a few things I've learned. Thomas Edison specifically has a requirement that in order to get financial aid, and this is a whole other thing that I'll go into later, but in order to get financial aid, you have to be taking 6 course hours, either online course or self-guided, but not a TSEP, not an EPAC, which is some other thing that's very similar to self-guided, but basically nobody pays attention to you. And you got to do it on your own. So again, like a CLEP or a DSST or a TSEP. You have to be enrolled in 6 actual course credits in order to A, continue to qualify to get financial aid. And I applied for financial aid and I was awarded enough, hopefully, to cover the entire degree, but it's going to be weird. But I'll explain that again later. So you have to take 6 hours, and you have to take 6 hours each one of their enrollment periods to continue to qualify for your financial aid. So for fall, it's August 25th now. And my first semester will be the October enrollment period. Technically, you can enroll for a class at Thomas Edison any month. So they have them available January, February, March, April, May, June, all 12. But the enrollment periods for financial aid for fall are apparently October, January, and April. So for my 2016-2017 financial aid to be valid, I have to have 6 online courses, 6 online credit hours. So right now I'm taking 2 courses to get that will allow me to actually receive my financial aid disbursements. That's a little weird, but whatever. Okay, so there's all that, and it's a little more detail than I want to go into right now. Anyway, I've put together a spreadsheet of my entire degree program, bachelor's in business management with a focus on entrepreneurship, that I have submitted to my academic advisor, and they have submitted it back to me and said, this will get you your degree. Good job. This is great. this spreadsheet is really good. So I'll put a link to that in the description of the video so you guys can see exactly what courses you potentially can take. This is my degree program. You could do it. I picked things that I knew that were easy for me. I can also list everything. I can give you the link to their entire like bachelor's requirements section, which they sent to me. I found that to be a little bit difficult, and I wanted to put together the spreadsheet. So I'll link to that spreadsheet. The total cost associated with the degree, like I mentioned, I was able to get financial aid, I think, to cover the whole thing. The total cost associated should run right around $13,000 for the entire degree. Now, that does not include books, and it doesn't include the fact that I won't be working as much. And it does, so right, so like there's some opportunity cost and there's also material cost that I'm not including. But for comprehensive tuition plus every DSST exam testing and every CLEP testing, I should be able to come in right at $13,000 for the actual tuition portion. Now, ways that will become more expensive. If I have to purchase books, books can be ungodly expensive. I'm looking into a bunch of ways to get books super cheap or free. You can find a lot of that stuff online. In my next video, I'll try to break that down some and what I did and what I found and give some links to that. The other thing is, of course, I won't be making much money because I'm working part-time and my wife is actually working full-time. We're swapping for 1 year, which is crazy for us. But we decided we just wanted to get it knocked out, right? So I'm extra incentivized. And then if I fail any of the tests, then that cost will go up. So if you fail a CLEP or DSST, you can't retake the test for 3 months and you lose the amount of money that you paid for it. So a CLEP test is $100. And if I bomb it, then I would have to take it again, and that would be another $100. So 13 grand is the starting point. I think that's probably the cheapest I can possibly get it. And I was personally awarded financial aid up to $14,000. So it's a little weird. So I had a solid mix. I had about $5,000 in actual Pell Grant, and then the rest of it was in unsubsidized and subsidized loans. Now, personally, when I actually have a job, I make enough that I know that I can pay those loans back. So I was willing to just take all the loans and say, this is everything I need and I'll figure this out later. So that might be different for you, but that's what I have done. That's my life in this so far. I'm taking all the financial aid I was awarded immediately, and several thousand of that, like $10,000 of that, will be in loans. About $6,000 of that will be in unsubsidized loans. So interest will accrue while I am in school. Hopefully, that'll be 1 year's worth of interest. To that end, to deal also with finances, I am digging into scholarships full time right now. Like, not, well, full time, that's totally hyperbole. I'm digging into scholarships every day. So in business, I tell people, hey, you have to be in sales every single day, even if it's only 15 or 20 minutes a day, you have to be working sales. You have to be increasing your bottom line, specifically focus time, increasing your bottom line every single day. And I tell people that all the time. It's something that destroys small businesses and single person businesses because they get so wrapped up in the operations part of it that by the time they're done getting the work done for a client, like then they're out of clients and they have to struggle to find the next client. And so to just dedicate 15 or 20 minutes to sales every day. So that's what I'm doing with scholarships. I'm dedicating 15 or 20 minutes every single day to either looking or applying for or writing essays for scholarships. If I can get enough of that, then yeah. And if I can't, whatever. I'm totally dedicated to the expense and it's reasonable for me and I'm willing to take that on. The last thing is, I would consider myself like a really driven person, but something I'm super going to struggle with is that World of Warcraft Legion is coming out in like a week, and I am a dedicated gamer. Like, my wife plays video games too, and she really got into it after we got together, and she really likes it. but she's actually has to take a lot of time away from it for this year, and I'm a dedicated gamer. Um, so I'm going to be really torn between playing, being able to play the games that I really love to play, and I've been playing Warcraft for like 11 years with, breaks here and there. Um, but that's like the way that I relax. Now I'm dealing with, hey, you're going to have to stay on task with the thing that you really love to do versus this thing that you don't really love to do. And um, just sort of competing with that in my mind. I know that every day when I look at my daughter and I look at my wife, like I'll be like, okay, I have to get this done. But when you're in the middle of studying and you can just double click that icon, like it's so easy. So that'll be tough, and I'll be facing that. But just I am really actually looking forward to playing. So anyway, this video has gone on long enough. Now you know a little bit more about the process, a little bit, and yeah, that's it. Thanks.